Good, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from me, host Imperial Dane, Master Propaganda, Hero of the Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to exciting 1 vs 1 on Crossroads. Also a recently added map here to the 1 vs 1 map pool. Was also featured back in Company as 1. Has been, of course, remade for Company Viewers too. And the guy in the north, we got RedxWings, yes indeed, RedxWings, fighting here for the United States of America for the 9th Infantry. And he's got a rifle, airborne, and infantry company with bazooka and heavy machine gun bulletins there. He's going for 4 echelons. Versus in the south, we got CharlieTango fighting here for the Oberkommando West für Deutschland and the 2nd Panzer Division with Luftwaffe ground forces immediately chosen. He's got 2 punch strike bulletins and an infantry bulletin. So immediately heading up the west here, though interesting enough not towards these for the fuel there, or towards the fuel there. A slightly curious opening there, I would say, from the Oberkommando West player, moving towards the centre a bit there, more Volkers arriving there. And we got 4 reactions, thus allowing RedxWings to actually grab a large chunk of the map, but of course it does mean in one-on-one engagements he will be severely disadvantaged. He will require to have to use his larger numbers to somehow outmaneuver his opponent in the early game, or of course just rapidly take up and get support elements, of course with the bulletins he's got. Lieutenant could seem very likely. Of course, might be planning airborne. Also, early fuel cache here, so again, further sign from RedxWings, he's sort of planning on a swift take-up, using this just to grab territory, not really hold it or fight for it, and just rapidly take up for sort of better things that can actually fight the enemy. There, go quick occupying the building. Got jumpers opening with the assault rifles, opening up in close range. His Reachlons don't really have much of a chance, and there you go. Once Daniel stumbles over dead, the Storm Pioneers rush after and send the rest running. Grabbing the western fuel point there, got the victory point here, so Assault home to gain a victory point lead here on RedxWings. Basically, RedxWings sort of quickly gearing up for a fight that is probably not going to be too long in some sense, but at the same time, he's not going to be resource disadvantaged either. Meanwhile, CharlieTango here a bit more spread out. Not quite super focused, remaining with infantry guarding the centre and finally moving towards the fuel point there. I mean, I have to say this is a bit of a curious sort of Oberkommando West opening in some senses, you know, not quite rushing for a fuel point. Well, any opening really which doesn't rush immediately for fuel seems a bit strange to me, but of course he might of course be more focused on the centre. Again, some players would prefer that, in particular Axis players in some senses do have a tendency to gravitate towards it, and again forgetting a bit about the resources on the rest of the map there, so that's always something I do find a bit peculiar. Reactions there sent running. Full Grenadiers versus Reachlons. Truck arriving here already for CharlieTango. Will be Battle Group Headquarters, will be Mechanized Regiment, perhaps an early looks. Points have been grabbed, Reachlons grabbing more. We got the Lieutenant there on the way for RedxWings. Also quite a fuel advantage that's already dropped a bit there, as CharlieTango's doing more damage, and they're desperately trying to fight off against the Germans here with their M1 carbines. Ultimately, they are outgunned by the proud soldiers of the Reich. Territory there being grabbed, truck setting out. Is the mechanized or is it the Battle Group Headquarters? Looks like it's the Battle Group Headquarters, bit forwards here. Curious position there's sort of fort once, it's not really that far away, but I guess it does allow them to focus a bit more around the centre of the map here, and there's some elements there. Reactions versus Volkskriegs here, Volkskriegs right of things sort of flank them, but looks like in this case CharlieTango's not going to do that. Reactions versus Volkskriegs here, Sturmpart heading ahead, Volkskriegs grabbing territory here, CharlieTango is a bit overextended. Which to some extent is actually going to work out there for RedxWings. If actually were to sort of form what is forced into a larger group and then push towards RedxWings, RedxWings would be a more disadvantaged to actually deal with them. Lieutenant arriving here from the farmlands behind the woodlands. We got an M20 on the way as well. A bit of light armoured vehicles there for RedxWings, so I'm allowed to be more aggressive again to further push the Germans about. So far here CharlieTango does not suspect anything there from RedxWings, despite having seen absolutely nothing but Reachlons. He is not prepared at all. No Panzer strikes, no Raketenwerfer, no nothing. Oh, there we go. He's actually going for like infantry guns again. He seems to be expecting something else than a quick M20 here. In that sense, he's going to be caught off guard. We got Luft MD-34s around there as well. Instead of the lightest infantry shoots. Now he's going for the Raketenwerfer, perhaps realizing finally that, oh my god, we might actually be hit by American vehicles. Which they're not doing the best there for RedxWings, pushing up first to the west here with more rear echelons for America. And they're going to be MD-34 rush there for CharlieTango. Positive fighting here as Lieutenant, MD-34 setting up, Lieutenant moving head right into the open, right into the MD-34. And there we go, quickly suffering a bit there under German firepower, though the Lieutenant's doing a lot of damage there to the Volkskriegs before that. Dieter and Jürgen quickly tumbling over dead. I'm trying to hit dealing with the Volkswagens there, and do we have a Panther finally on the way? None so far, it seems. So we got a Kettenwerfer here. Sorry about that. Once again, what? Need to retreat. Panther strike up, but set up like Kettenwerfer, set up like Kettenwerfer. Tango, and there we go. I'm trying to get to using the battle group headquarters to block against like Kettenwerfer. A half to life from RedxWings. It's actually going for a pretty sort of heavy tier 2, if you will. Utilising the quick tag of there, just a quick flop with a lot of light vehicles on the lieutenant, just using the rear to sort of continue to hit the map here again. To a certain extent, CharlieTango is allowing that to work somewhat by again splitting out a bit and not really just attacking properly, but also in this case leaving a full squad just to hang about here. Right now, RedxWings, using largely only re-echelons, has actually gained map control over unit with several full squad history on Pioneers and MG34. Of course, the M20 does play a bit of a role there, and the air half that's coming in a few moments will certainly also play a bit there. Good hit on the M20 there with a punch strike, very lucky hit there. And there, MG34 sitting up here, forces in the re-echelons running. Nothing further here for CharlieTango or Deutschland. Ambulance following up here for RedxWings and America. There you go, a bit of action going on here. Half to arrives, no doctrine still as here for RedxWings. Infantry, airborne, rifle, all available. Oh, my apologies there.
Losing a capture point.
Weapon rack upgrade there, so could see some BS. No, cancels it. But if we were to go for this, for example, you get a lot of flamethrowers there versus CharlieTango, which could of course be quite nasty if he goes for this. A lot of light machine guns, of course, got just imagine, he wants to sort of support this with Pathfinders and paratroopers. I mean, really, when you consider this sort of full reaction style, it does offer up a lot of interesting options when you sort of consider what you can sort of port it with and work it into. Of course, the question is, what will he actually do with it and how effective would it actually be? And trying to gaining veterans one there, second I came out from the way here, he's really being worried about the large amount of light vehicles that RedxWings is throwing against him. So following up here with the second Kettenwerfer to try and stem the tide there of vehicles from RedxWings. And trying to there being repaired, not upgraded. We're just moving out. Plenty of munitions there for RedxWings, by the way, not really doing anything with it. Mine's going down there to defend the fuel point, not bad. An MG34 rounder would be an option. He could also consider that, I suppose, if he's really feeling bold. A flak emplacement, though that would be a bit risky there. But it's an option in theory. Another MG34 to guard the area, though, would also be an option. There's jumpers moving head since Lieutenant being engaged by large force, but they're out in the open, and there we go. 20 moving in, Panther flying against the Lieutenant, both miss, giving the M20 more time to do damage, but close, put around. Strong has been cut down there by the reactions. Then one carbine simply too much. Up close. I'm trying to push back here, but the full now out in the open are being pushed back as well here. RedxWings really being nasty here. MG34 now being flanked here with the half track. No Kettenwerfer nearby to immediately respond. And RedxWings once more pushes the front against CharlieTango and the 2nd Panther Division. MG34 crew desperately trying to hold up the reactions crew there from moving while the Kettenwerfers moving in. There we go, good hit, MG34 almost knocked up, but can the Kettenwerfers get it? Can they? There we go, missed! A half-track escaping the meanwhile, we got Lieutenant hanging about here by the fence, standing over the corpses of fallen comrades in previous engagement, plus of course, some dead crowds. Back of base troops reinforcing, healing up, we got another truck there on the way for CharlieTango. Is it spare Panzer quarters, is it mechanized? M20 passes right past both, but Kettenwerfers too close to each other, easily bypassed. That's why Jenny wants some spread there, so they can't easily bypass. There we go though, hit from the Kettenwerfer on the M20. Volkswagen's moving up there, the Panther could get it, there we go, almost got it. Oh dear, pop smoke right in front of the Kettenwerfers, well down there, Rearson's firing in. Blobbing up his forces, CharlieTango should move out, spread out, has been a bit more here. M20 escapes. The echelon sent running, needs to grab back the territory here, otherwise he's going to have struggle there in the fuel department, amongst other things, and of course the victory point department as well there, though he does still have the center one. That's the only thing he really hasn't given up there to RedxWings so far. We got a tag up here for RedxWings already, not even 10 minutes into the match here. RedxWings is clearly capable of moving to the final tier, the 3rd tier there for the Americans. Volkswagen's there staying back, MG34 all reinforcing, but needs to pressure there back against CharlieTango. He's got access there now to Fallschirmjäger. Truck arrives for Germany. The Kettenwerfer also needs reinforcement, and there we go, Richards under fire. Jumper to versus Lieutenant. A half-set moving in. And there goes John Pioneers under heavy fire. reaction to fire there from Propagandacaster, still no drops in there for RedxWings. No upgrades there either, no BARs, no bazookas. Don't need to spare us men a bit more there. You have to come there, go, going to suppress all these forces again who are so close to each other. It really only makes the job easy here for RedxWings. They have to, there's double 50 calibers and the 30mm gun just hammers into them. There you go, troops just being suppressed there, getting murdered, pulverized, slaughtered. Rocket flies, but due to the suppression bonus, not quite as accurate. Panther calls up, hitting against by reactions to deal with that. We got the ND photos for setting up to deal with it. RedxWings can't uniquely respond to these shots, so he's actually got a 50 caliber out now, further allowing him to map control here, make it harder for CharlieTango to move his troops about there. Only played there by RedxWings, not a lot of players, but there you go, Panther on like Propagandacaster. Oh, not the M20. Propagandacaster though, sitting on the building, there we go, M20 moving in behind here, good lord. The RedxWings is really being aggressive there with his M20, he's probably going to try and see if he can knock out that Panther squad, but he's a bit too late there, bit too late, there we go, Panther 6, oh, shite, he wasn't paying attention there, a bit too late there, still got like Propagandacaster here, could fire for rocket, could get the M20, will it happen, no, oh, gets away. Another bow rate there by RedxWings. Panther course being repaired, forces being reinforced. Up north, Major Reassurance Lieutenant is charging forward, and the mines results in the Lieutenant being pushed back. There we go, Panther course holding up the infantry there. We got a Sherman on the way now for RedxWings. 11 minutes into the match here. CharlieTango is desperately trying to keep up here, but RedxWings just keeps up the pressure. We also got there the M20 being repaired. Just managed to make it into the house there. Lieutenant taking heavy losses. Forces moving up, and there we go. We've got the have to come. There we go. Again, have a response. Almost got it. 50 caliber joining in. Can he get it? Looks like RedxWings isn't paying attention. There we go. A half track is kaput. It's blank. Trigger loss, and looks like an independent tank battalion is being attached here to the 9th Infantry. The Americans did operate within. In fact, most of the Allied nations did operate with the concept of independent tank battalions, which is something the Germans did not. They had heavy anti-tank tank battalions, but otherwise they operate in independent sort of assault gun units or tank destroyer units that should be attached here and there, but not tank battalions. In part because they couldn't really afford it. So a little fun fact there. Orbital down the way for CharlieTango. Not a bad idea, saving some time off getting any sort of armour. And anything that sort of further pressure the infantry, the better, I would say, there for CharlieTango. Sherman arrives there for RedxWings. Still no consolidation there for upgrades, although we do have now infantry, which does open up there for light machine gun. And now he's going for the weapon right now. Wonder what RedxWings thinking with that actually. 20 escapes the Fulton Grenadiers without much of a scratch. They're Sherman moving up, 50 caliber on the way. There we go, good hit on the Fulton Grenadiers. Kills Friedrich. Point there grabbed. Needs to grab back the territory. Needs to get some fuel there. Come on, CharlieTango. In some sense, seems like RedxWings actually forced CharlieTango there a bit on the defensive, leaving him a bit nervous, a bit sketchish. We've got the Orbital there with their light machine gun on the way, increasing their firepower in a matter of moments. Grabbing territory then needs to respond.
Resource sector has been cut off from our supply chain.
Volkskriegs reinforcing, Volkskriegs moving towards the west. Sturm Pani's laying down mines around the centre. There you go, reactions out with light machine guns. Looks like one per squad. Issuing there. Orbital now, do you need to get them out? Need to get out there. Come on, CharlieTango, they're out in the open, getting suppressed. Sherman firing at them as well. Nasty stuff. Sturm Pani's moving westwards, Volkskriegs moving eastwards. Troops pulling back here for reinforcements. Not. Actually, he's not set up a forward shoot point there. Only realised that now. Troops are being suppressed for desperately trying to hold these for RedxWings, pretty much just pouring in all of his efforts into the eastern side of the map here. Leaving the rest of the map actually quite open there for CharlieTango, but now of course it's sort of been slowly drawn in here, but only piecemeal, which rather allows RedxWings to send most of it running more easily. We've got Propagandacaster up there, we've got Fulters out in the open, and Propagandacaster needs to start, and there you go. M20 down, another loss there for RedxWings. Suffering losses there to Germany. German also has to pull back there now, of course got more rockets being sort of sent inbound there to push back that German tank. 50 caliber open up with the Fulton Grenadiers. Need to move up here, grab some territory, need to push back the Americans. Come on, CharlieTango. Germany demands victory. And it is time here for the mid-game analysis in terms of damage. CharlieTango is quite ahead in terms of kills though. RedxWings is ahead, so there's some slight difference there. Of course, again, RedxWings has much more vehicles, so of course, obviously, they're going to be suffering a lot more, and thusly, I mean, a lot more damage obviously is going to be dealt there to RedxWings. In terms of army value, RedxWings though is ahead, though we can see some jacks again as units are getting blown to bits there by CharlieTango. Resource loot whilst RedxWings are hitting points held. RedxWings is a lot more dominant, so again, while CharlieTango is doing some damage, getting some kills in, he's running into other elements, not quite succeeding again. It's also quite surprising considering again, RedxWings' force has largely been composed of re-echelons. Though again, we should note here again, there's a bit of discrepancy. It says units killed 36, but he's actually lost 47, so obviously they're much closer to each other in terms of units actually killed. But still, I mean, you'd figure, CharlieTango would be the one doing the most damage, but again, the way he played initially left him a bit more vulnerable, not quite able to sort of really deliver any sort of good damage versus RedxWings, and of course the fact he was able to sort of take up, quickly bring up more elements, rather negated the weakness of the rear echelons, and of course now he's just bringing up lots of guns on them, which is going to make things even more difficult for CharlieTango. For CharlieTango, I think the priority is going to be bringing up some armor, Panther 4 if he's absolutely desperate, a Yak Panther. Either way, either of these two need to be brought up against RedxWings here. Fancy Mega support would not be a bad idea, just some elite infantry just to hit here and there and sort of try and catch the infantry. But he needs to grab some fuel points, he needs to deny RedxWings some fuel there. Otherwise, I mean, RedxWings is just going to be able to bring up more and more armor against CharlieTango, and that's definitely something CharlieTango wants to avoid and should avoid. Though, of course, more elite infantry that can sort of more directly damage the infantry of RedxWings would certainly also be appreciated. If he can grab the 50 calibers, that would also be pretty good. But either Panther 4 or Yak Panther, I mean, he could go for a Panther, but that's just going to be too resource intense. I think in this case, I mean, he might as well be crazy and then just go for the Yak Panther. But definitely, though, the Panther 4 would be the best choice. He could consider, of course, supporting with a light infantry gun or something like that. Another MD-44 or 2 could also be a good move, sort of secure some of the areas there, make it a bit harder for RedxWings to move about there. Would also be good choices there, I think, for CharlieTango to consider. But he needs to grab back territory, he needs to be more aggressive, needs to harass more, but of course also needs to make some more organised punches elsewhere against RedxWings, and he needs armour for that. For RedxWings, more Germans right now would be a pretty sensible choice. The more tanks he can bring up to the battlefield, the better. Could throw in some Scots there, and otherwise to try and hit here and there. In fact, he could consider building up some Germans and then making a rush into the western side of the base and actually striking CharlieTango there, wrecking his headquarters, maybe even wrecking here, and then of course forcing CharlieTango to course more on the defense, but also have to defend this area. I mean, that's certainly a possibility there for RedxWings to consider. Otherwise, of course, just keep up what he's sort of doing there. Weapons for the rear echelons, good. Should definitely consider upgrading the lieutenant though with a light machine gun if he hasn't already done that. That would certainly further strengthen the lieutenant. Of course, we could just get him a second PAR. So, with that said, let's return to the fight and see what actually happens here. 50 cal being pushed back, Focus moving ahead, rockets flying. Sherman opens up there. Light infantry gun away there, Raketenwerfer opens up. Raketenwerfer was sort of one of the initial things that, of course, they got in their hands of the bazooka and tried to create their own weapons. They sort of made up with. Sort of more anti-tank gun version of the Panther, if you will. Had more range, more accuracy, but obviously wasn't quite as portable as the Panther, and ultimately lost out. I think it saw some usage with more elite units like the Fallschirmjägers and such, but beyond that it saw limited usage really. And I don't think we've seen any action really sort of in the Battle of the Bulge with any sort of Panzer divisions or infantry divisions. I mean, by that point, rather than Pack 40 should have been Panther teams as the German army is basically switching over to sort of forming up larger formations of units simply Panther dealing with armour. Fun fact there. And of course it does highlight that, as war progresses, of course, the anti-tank guns were quickly becoming obsolete in modern warfare. Reassurance 50 caliber, major moving up there, not a lot to sort of stop them. But we got more forces arriving there. The Obersoldaten are in the centre. Morbisan would be a good choice for the CharlieTango, also Fallschirmjägers. They could try and go for airborne assault. Say catch some of the units in that. That would not be a bad choice. Say land them behind here, hit the 50 caliber machine and clear that out. Obersoldaten flanking, opening up the major with the LMG-34 and their Kar-98Ks. Good shooting, Helmut. Danke. Of course, moving up here straight into the 50 caliber fire, a bit risky. Priest up there for RedxWings, telling me light artillery, not light artillery, but medium artillery there against the Germans. Yes, it's opening up the opposite side. For Dieter falls over dead. Polskos need to pull back as well. Empty Fed for opening up, finding support. We got light infantry gun firing in as well. Good hit down the rear slants, but doesn't quite kill anything, still works. Priest moving ahead pretty aggressively. He's actually, what he's doing is basically minimizing the scatter on the Priest. The closer you are to the target, the less the artillery active scatters, meaning it's more accurate overall. He's shooting at the battle group headquarters, assuming his opponent's actually assembling around there with a full retreat point. He doesn't, but still, it's a good idea there. Theory. Orbison needs retreat! Retreat! Look! Oh, shite, he lost the Orbital Dart in there. That was a terrible loss for CharlieTango in particular, since they hadn't done much. He could, of course, he'd just go for an airborne assault that way, call in some fire makers, maybe do some damage to other units, but he's got a Panther 4 on the way, though. So that's something there for CharlieTango. Jumping in, so the Academy of this pointing into the shed there. Jürgen, perhaps we should not be aiming at a shed. The Americans could arrive from such shed. Not a Panther, Jürgen. Now. Show them there, push back. Panther come fighting fear arrives there. In theory, the Model J, but really this is the Model H, since it's pretty much the same as the Wehrmacht Panther 4. The Model J, while easier to produce, had some flaws. For example, while it had a bigger fuel tank, for example, its turret rotation was actually much slower due to having the generator removed to make room for the more fuel. But it was so easier and cheaper to make than earlier models of Panther 4s. Fun fact there. Also, the shirts in there would have been wire mesh. Since the Germans rather figured, it wasn't really making much of a difference. Wire mesh overall actually had more effect versus bazookas and the likes, and I imagine was also cheaper than full armoured plates. Bazooka drop there. Quick to pick that up. To firing down on the Schwerpanzer quarters. Probably trying to silence that. Not a bad idea. In this case, he's doing it from a much safer position. Possibly the arrival of the Panther 4, except I don't think he's seen any action. So he's just being cautious there still. CharlieTango needs to be more aggressive. Need to push back harder against RedxWings. Come on, CharlieTango. Vorwärts. Schnell. He's planting plenty of munitions. Again, airborne assault would be serving him quite well, I think. Use the Panther 4, man. What do you have it for if you're not going to use it? You're just going to end up having it as a lawn ornament. Come on, man. Los geht's. Ten push back there, got jump punch rushing forward, shoving everything up there from the north. Finally, the Panther 4 gets orders to move. 50 cover, then a bit of trouble. 90 gun going down for Norman's Cardi. There we go, gunning down the men. Good seal wipe there. There we go, veterans close. We got Vietnam there with a single bazooka though against the Panther 4. That I think is a bit optimistic there by RedxWings. Don't worry, a single bazooka will take it out. I think. Right there, he's not further keen on pursuing ours. He might have had a chance of at least getting the ambulance, perhaps even the priest, but the presence of bazookas might cause CharlieTango maybe a bit more work. But still, now he's actually pushing ahead. He's being a bit more aggressive, though could still think he's to be more aggressive. There you go. 50 caliber grabbed for Deutschland. And there you go, moving ahead to Panther 4, going straight for the base there. Bold, opening up. Priest in sight, ambulance out, crushing infantry. Oh, only one guy. But still good hit in the priest. Taking a lot of bazooka hits, some are bouncing, others are not. There we go, priest down. Might want to blitz though, just in case, and there we go. Gets out there. That was a bit of a bull rate there by CharlieTango and RedxWings, but he actually got the priest. Knocking out their 150 fuel and 480 manpower. Not a bad deal there, and his Panther 4 still operable. And veteran to 1 now, though. It was, I would say, pretty damn risky. And there we go, we got a Luftwaffe assault on the victory point here. Whoa. Oh, he's using air reconnaissance, got shot down but still allowed him to call in on the Schwerpanzer quarter, ensuring that CharlieTango cannot bring up any more Panther 4s there. RedxWings is playing good centre priorities there, realising that if CharlieTango was able to bring up another Panther 4, or even say a Jagdpanzer, he might struggle a lot more versus CharlieTango, but definitely 2 Panther 4s with a bigger problem, so Jagdpanzer would make it a lot harder for him to use his armour, though of course 2 Panther 4s would also have a lot more versus the infantry. I think that's also where RedxWings probably realising that would be a bit more ways vulnerable. Still, going points here. Being good gains. Finally, with their arrival of the Panther, CharlieTango is striking down the Americans. pushing forwards towards Enzig. Ah! Wipe there on the Fallschirmjägers by the Sherman. Oh no, that's gotta be painful. That was just... oh no. Panther moving up, he needs to be careful though. Doing some damage, 11 kills, bazooka hits, they're flying against it. Need to be careful. While they might not initially on their own do a lot of damage, the thing with the bazookas is they do have a high rate of fire. And can very quickly that way end up doing a lot of damage to any armour. There you go, Vetri 2 for the Panther, increased rate of fire and accuracy. Actually just accuracy. Rate of fire is Vetri and but still Vetri 2 gaining accuracy is actually quite good. In particular since it also benefits the machine guns, making those more lethal. Fallschirmjägers there sending the Americans going back there, RedxWings now sort of struggling with map control, Sherman pulling back, Panther 4 pulling back. CharlieTango I think should try and get up a Schwer Panzer quarters more up as soon as possible and get out some armour to support the Panzer 4. Failing that, go for a mechanized strength and rush out a Lux and a Puma to support the Panzer 4. Either way, more support I think for the Panzer 4 is going to be important. Unit lost it, pushed too far ahead. Another fudge. Come on, CharlieTango.
Looks like a supply line just got cut off.
If you got a grudge against Hammond going, don't take it out on the Fallschirmjägers. They don't deserve that. Panther 4 they're being repaired. And right now I think all of CharlieTango's hopes are pinning on the Panther 4. I mean, he's actually doing some damage there. RedxWings has racing score strategy there, seeing a bit of issue again. It's very much relying on the support elements. He's lost some of those. He's down to, well, 2 Shermans, so that's not entirely bad here. And the more machine guns they're certainly also up CharlieTango deal with all those. And there you go. Panther 4 engages, the Sherman misses. Second shot hits. Good hit, good hit. Bit of shooting here. We got the major pushback again. 34 moving hits, Panther 4 pulling back, needs some infantry support and preferably some more elite troops. Come on, get a truck, CharlieTango. Deutschland demand trucks. Rears is moving up here, Sherman being repaired. Sherman moving up here as well, striking with them sort of, on the flanks a bit more separately. Bit more risky, but at the same time on the far sort of ends of the map there, it's less likely to go bad. Panther 4 moving in here. Needs to be careful, he's rising train between everything, and of course needs to, of course, remember that RedxWings does have a lot of bazookas. And, no, the rear's exposed, pull it back, CharlieTango, los, schnell! There we go, rear armor hit there with the bazookas, need to pull back the Panther 4, no, that way! I think that's a misclick, oh, something, oh no! Panther 4 down! No idea that CharlieTango is doing, calling in another airborne assault, but CharlieTango does seem to have some occasional issues there with unit preservation. I can see what he's trying to do there, but he's better off just harassing on the far end of the map instead of just going into the deepest right to the cut-off point there. Repeatedly, it's like he doesn't learn. Sherman going after the Fallschirmjäger, Raketenwerfer needs up here. Schwer Panzer quarters, he's finally got another truck there. Raketenwerfer's up with the Sherman, almost got it there, but pulls back, smoke going down, good work. Reactions there with the Sherman. Lots of reactions, really. Raketenwerfer needs it up, taking heavy hits. Panther X moving up as well. There it goes. Sherman easily bypassing it. Bit too slow. They're setting up actually. Almost got the Sherman. The Essen's being suppressed there. Raketenwerfer pulling back. Vetri 2 would be ashamed to lose that actually. Because it has, well, high rate of fire. Lieutenant flanking in there. Good work getting behind the machine gun. Good work there by RedxWings. Good flank. Good flank. We're just seeing here CharlieTango's getting absolutely decimated there by RedxWings. Truck still not setting up for him. MG34 needs to fall back. 50 caliber covering the retreat of the Sturm Pioneers. Eastern flank being pushed here by the Major and the vehicle crew. And there we go. Another priest for RedxWings. More artillery. Actually, I don't think I've seen a 1 versus 1 with 2 priests like that. It's actually a bit of a surprise. 50 caliber there prevails. Sends the rear echelons running. Truck finds setting up. He sets up in the exact same spot though. I'm not entirely sure how to categorise that really. Line 3 gun veteran G2 here. CharlieTango's back on the back foot. While he did have some advantages there, he somehow didn't quite manage to play it out very well. His Panther 4 though certainly served well until he made a bit of a tactical blunder, to put it mildly. Turn there, sent running. Schwer Panzer quarters almost done. Vehicle crew moving out, mega firing lanes, really trying to silence it. before it goes up. Won't quite succeed, but he's close, and there you go. Big close-in hits from the Share Panther quarters. And he does almost have the fuel, he's almost close to the manpower as well. He could call in another Panther 4 he wants against RedxWings right then and there. Though he's still going to be up against 2 Shermans, both veteran, which means once they're close they'll have even a higher rate of fire, which is generally bad news for anyone on the receiving end. Certainly a potent veteran to 1 ability. And he suffered quite a bit there, but it's just a bit of manpower, but there you go, folks, getting hammered here by the Shermans. Yeah. He might not be able to get up the Panther 4 before the Shermans or anything else knocks it out. Bazooka, Panther effect dropped. There we go. Almost victory feeling like Kednev, almost. There we go. Increased damage and penetration on the first strike with camouflages. More folks with their running for CharlieTango, but the exited lasers Panther 4 and we got artillery raining down on it. Oh no. What are you doing, CharlieTango?
Our resource sector has been cut off from our supply chain.
RedxWings just keeps up the pressure with his vehicle crews, his re-echelons, and what else they're against CharlieTango. Just seems to be struggling against this, well, rather unorthodox American strategy, but surprisingly effective. Till it continues bringing down then the Share Panther quarters again. RedxWings sighting and proceeding to remove one of the bigger threats to this strategy, which is basically no tanks. If he keep his opponent boxed in to some extent, you know, he's going to be, in not too much trouble there. Houston sent running, Houston down the fire as well. Share Panther quarters opening up a bit there. Folks going to send running. There we go, get the Panther 4. Also get some steel punies to repair the Share Panther. Oh no, too late. Time on target, artillery barrage from RedxWings for America. Oh no. Folks getting hit as well. And there we go, Share Panther quarters down. A huge blow to CharlieTango. And with that, I think it's safe to say it's GG for him. GG. There we go, folks, we're sent running. Or is he still fighting? Seems so. And there you go, CharlieTango surrenders. A brutal fight here, a bit shorter, but still brutal. We saw an interesting strategy executed by RedxWings, lots of re-echelons, quick tech-up using the Lieutenant, light vehicles, and then sort of further going on for armor rapidly. So sort of about quickly trying to overwhelm your opponent, following up with light vehicles to further sort of establish that, and then go for armor. No summing up the captains. If you need anti-tank in between, you rely on bazookas to sort of deal with any light vehicles. In this sense, of course, CharlieTango's move for Battle Group headquarters rather worked against him. Had he gone for mechanized regiment, he would have forced RedxWings into bazookas earlier, and that might, of course, give him some new challenges, but might also work quite better for him. Panther 4 users were so-and-so. Had he also preserved his elite infantry units better, he might also done overall better there versus RedxWings. I mean, there were some tactical issues, I think, by CharlieTango, which rather sort of cost him the game. Also, it could have been more focused initially, I think, early on, so just tried to focus around the fuel points better, and he would also serve better. But he's, I think, too focused again on the center, like some players do, and sort of not too focused around the fuel points, which really should be more important for him. So that is something there to consider. But I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. Gave some decent matches, some new strategies and tactics. If you did, want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay on it. And if you do send a replay, do link me to where on the leaderboards. That's rather important. And of course, details like who you are and so on. The length of the match and all that. The more I know, the more I can actually, judge about it quickly and sort of, make an opinion on it if you should bother with it or not. The less information, the less I'm actually likely to just even look at it, because again, time, matters in these things. But anyways, thank you all, and hope to see you all tomorrow for another exciting episode. This is Imperial Link saying cheers, and thank you for watching. Bye!